everybody out there. Hi folks, nice to be with you all tonight. And you may notice I'm a little spiffier tonight than usual, and that's because it's debate night. And I watched the first part of the debate. I could handle about an hour of it, and I saw the light. I saw Hillary dressed in white. I saw light flowing down through her, blowing up all over the screen. And I saw Trump going. The reality show continues. The bonehead reality show of an election, which is already preordained. There's no Wikileaks stuff. It's all about Russia. We know that. And the whole thing with Julian Assange, I am pissed. Man, I tell you, that turns my stomach, the way they treat Mr. Assange. A heroic journalist, if ever there was one. And the whole trying to actually paint him as a Russian spy, as a pedophile. This is the depths to which the power elite have sunk. And I finally came to the conclusion, watching tonight and watching Hillary, that it doesn't matter. This is a big joke, and we're all being played. We're all being played because it's all a reality show. It's all a Truman Show thing. This isn't really happening. It's kind of a dream within a dream, and you've got to see the sense of the absurd. You've got to have a sense of the absurd. It's too late. Everything's fucked. We're done. Okay, the world is done. That's it. We're finished. We're going to have a wonderful time trickling down economically, trickling down environmentally, trickling down. That's the definite word of the day. No, I thought, did you see the DNC bus? The DNC bus dumping their shit down the drain? Well, isn't that interesting? Yes, the excremental effluents, the DNC feeded feces forward together bus, the loose juice bus, the slimy sewage sliding slowly down over America. Over the citizenry. Yes, and ever since this election started, I have terrible bowel problems when I think of Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. It becomes much harder to keep my food down, and I spend way too much time in the John. The more I think about it and the more I treat it seriously, the worse it becomes for the bowel irritation, so it's time to stop with it, and I just don't fucking care anymore, okay? But I'm wearing this in honor of debate night. And it's probably the last time you'll see me wearing it. Well, maybe not. Sometimes I feel like I want to pretend like I'm a classy guy or something, you know. You gotta fool them sometimes. So in honor of debate night, I also bought a big ass Corona to help ease the pain. And I recommend that you choose the beverage of your choice because it's the only way you're going to get through this thing. With this, and for me particularly, I like to smoke things. I like to drink things. I'm a crazy old fucker, and I'm still, you know what? I'm going to live to be 90 years old, and I tell you why. Just to piss off all the health Nazis, okay? Leave me the fuck alone. I don't bother you. I don't stand outside McDonald's with, saying, oh, the smells. They offend my nostrils, even though they do. And, smokers have been blamed for so much. And I tell you, it's a bad habit. It sucks. You shouldn't smoke. Kids, this is, it's part of the past, and we can all agree on that. But there's that nice, smooth, satisfying tobacco flavor. And ever since I was a kid, on TV they had all these great commercials that told me that when I was a man, I could smoke. And now I'm a man, and they're saying I fucking can't smoke? Are you out of your mind? I'll smoke, and I'll live to be 90 years old just for fucking spite. The thing I don't get about this whole thing is why the fuck I ever cared in the first place. Gandhi, come here. Gandhi, he's bitching at me again. Never stops. He's a demanding little bastard. I'm not a young man. I hate to belabor that point. Gandhi, shut up. I'm doing a YouTube video. Where was I? I watched The Sane Progressive today, and that was the highlight of my day, because the thing you can say about Debbie is that she's this like total firecracker, and she cuts right to the point and is absolutely cutting edge as far as the information she gives you. I did feel a little bit ill after watching the video, simply seeing what they were doing to poor Julian Assange, a man who was a hero. And I hope to God that they haven't done anything to the poor man, because he is one of the most heroic journalistic figures of our times, and history will remember him as that. So whether or not they managed to take him down, and the threats they made to the Ecuadorian government in order to deny him internet service. I mean, you cut somebody off from the internet now? That's, wow. But it hasn't stopped the leaks, right? Why on earth do they think that it's all about the Russians? The Russians, the Russians. Do you know for how many years of my several decades of life I heard shit about the Russians when we were growing up? Those Russians. Those Russians. And I'm somebody of Polish heritage, and my father was incarcerated in a Russian concentration camp at one point. So I'm not a big fan of the Russians. But the worst thing that I have seen happening is this golden opportunity that we had to work with Russia after the Cold War ended, that was squandered, and somehow this shock doctrine was imposed upon the nation, and capitalism, naked capitalism with no controls from a communist system where you had the scum. Naturally, this should be the theme of my show. The scum rises to the top. I have two cats. I have Gandhi and I have Chomsky. Gandhi, I think, has made an appearance on YouTube. Chomsky is a little too spun right now. And they can't be more opposite, but they do this ritual every night called the running of the cats. And if you're in their way, going up or downstairs, don't even go there. It's ugly. Gee, the smoke's kicking in. It's what they call a creeper. Right in the middle of my show. I know. I'll be like Hillary. sorry for that momentary lapse of sanity. I have very little left at this point in my life. I've witnessed insanity for so many years. I, at one point, worked on an overnight college radio station, being an insane disc jockey that stayed up all hours of the night because that was what I did years ago, and it was fun. And I was very anti-war in '91 in the first Gulf War, and I was singing in a punk band, and I was going to anti-war demonstrations, and I was on the radio, and amid the rah 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 rah, gotta go to war, I would do my anti-war shtick and then go home to my little apartment in the morning. And this went on for a little while, but I finally gave up the radio show because this was back before the internet was a big thing. And I was on the air one night and I got this call that we're going to get you. I'm going, yeah, right. What is this? This is just like a bunch of fucking horse shit, right? A bunch of drunk assholes. And then my wife started getting weird phone calls in the middle of the night because I was doing anti-war stuff and people didn't like it. And it was at that point in the early 90s that I think my political education was born. And I realized that sanity has no place in our culture. What our culture does is sell you insanity as sanity. The sane people are, a lot of them are wandering around on the streets, and homeless people. I tell you what I want to do with this channel. And yes, people have said, set up a Patreon account, get money. But you know what? I am like ready to puke when I'm watching all these good causes or good people, and it's like, I can't do that, right? Like, everybody's like, give me money. So I don't want your money. However, here's the catch. The next time you see a homeless person, throw them $5 or $10 and watch the difference that you can make in somebody's life just by reaching out, talking to them, and giving them a few bucks. And, a lot of times people are going, oh, they're just going to spend it on booze and they're just going to spend it on drugs. I don't give a shit. It's not my business what they're going to spend it on. I drink booze. I sometimes have been known to do some Indian inhalation exercises, but I'd rather not talk about that on camera. Thank you very much. I'd like to say a very special thank you to everybody that subscribed. And I'd like to talk a little bit about Michael Trim and Michael Trim's channel and everything. And I did diss him a little bit. Not, it wasn't like, but I found the whole thing kind of tiresome. But I am grateful to Michael because for that reason I got a little bit more attention on YouTube. And why do I care about getting more attention on YouTube? Well, it's not about money. For me, it's about having people love me. That's all I've ever wanted in life. But anyway, Vegematic signing off on debate night, and happy debate. I think it's still on, but you know, honestly, if I watch any more of it, I'll spend half the night in the John, and you know, at my age, it's just too hard on me. I need a good night's sleep. So I'll just say peace, everybody. That means no war in Syria, no war anywhere. Just fucking stop it, you idiots. And see you next time. Be well, everyone. Stay safe. And love me, please. I had erroneously reported in one of my usually excellently researched videos, I researched them for at least half an hour, some of them, but that there had been a coup in Ecuador, or a coup attempt in Ecuador, because I subscribe to Telesur, which is some pretty interesting stuff. If you check it out, Telesur English, if you don't speak Spanish, and you'll get some interesting stuff, that perspectives from South America and places you're not usually hearing from. But I had watched this video and I'd missed the first couple of minutes, or well, I mean, I was listening, okay, I wasn't watching it, and it was describing this coup, and I went, holy shit! Oh, but everything's okay. It worked out. It didn't take off. So I referenced it in my video, and now comes the ostrich egg all over my head part. It was from 2010, and I would like to thank a very interesting fellow that does due diligence on G+. And I'm sorry I can't remember your name right now. My mind is like a sieve. And it's debate night, and I've been celebrating far too hard. But please, I will try. In the future, I will endeavor to not bring you false information. So all I can do is ask for your forgiveness. And just take care of each other. Let's be good to each other. Yeah, the world sucks. Everything sucks. See, but you can wear white just like Hillary did, and it makes everything okay. So remember that. Always look on the bright side of life. See you later. God, that fucker's old, eh?